I literally had to ask Siri an hour ago whether it was 6:41 a.m. or 6:41 p.m. What's up guys? So I wanted to start off today's video kind of just by telling you what's up and giving you a little behind the scenes on what's going on. This is probably like a 42-minute video that you're watching. Don't be scared by that. There's 2 days of footage combined into this. It's basically 2 vlogs put in one because the content is intertwined. There's 4 external YouTube videos injected into this, and there's also like a minute or more of content at the end that's just not relevant to the video at all. Regardless of all that, this is a big upload. And not just big in the sense of file size or the length. This marks a shift in my approach and a shift in my focus. Whereas my previous approach was always to try to bring the past into the present, just like I'm doing right now, trying to pull 2 weeks ago content into today. I'm not trying to do that anymore. I want to move forward with things. I want to always be doing today and now. And so from today forward, all of the content that's from the past is going to stay in the past, and I'm constantly going to be trying to upload from the present. I have so much gold footage from the summer until now. The time I picked up the homeless guy, the time I filmed drunk people on the street and interviewed them, the time I went to Six Flags with my cousin, the time we went to Orlando, different music videos, after parties, even just day before yesterday when I pitched spontaneously at this competition. So my new approach is going to allow me to move into the future because I'm no longer trying to pull the past into the present, but instead I'm taking the present and pushing it to the future. My focus from the time I started until now had been on learning how to do things and on the actual process of things. Now I'm trying to focus on what I'm doing and the product itself, moving from process to product and from how to what, so that now I care more about what I'm actually showing you guys and what I'm giving to you guys and what my content is, not just about whether I created something. It's no longer just going out and filming my day and just pushing that out in some kind of entertaining way, but now it's about curated content, selectively trying to do things that are good for vlogs, and just overall being a good content creator. In this video, I start to understand the systems I'm putting in place to be able to create consistently and effectively, and letting go of all the footage that I want to put out and all the content I want to show you guys from the past week even, and just focusing on today is going to allow me to move so much faster and be so much more effective and not suffer in any other areas of my life. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope that I'm able to produce another one tomorrow morning and the next morning and the next morning and consistently release things for you guys. A large part of today's content involves me just talking to myself and figuring things out loud. It can be a frustrating thing to watch sometimes, but today was the day that I really understood a lot of things, or started to, and over the past week I've been able to move in a direction that's been pretty healthy, pretty fruitful. So, word of warning, the language in this video is pretty extreme, so if you're young or anything like that, be careful. Regardless, I'm done talking. I need to go live my life, so enjoy. I have to go pick someone up from the airport in 12 hours, so I'm gonna try to get my life together in the meantime and push out this video. Thanks for being here.
On 9/12/2001, the buildings are smoldering, and I'm gonna give you a verbatim conversation.
Come on, Barbie, let's go party.
Do you not fucking understand that you're the goddamn competitor to eBay? You got 22% of the fucking buyers. I gave you all my motherfucking power. I gave you the fucking foothold. I'll call my team back right now.
Good morning, visionaries. Today's my birthday. I'm gonna call you that from now on. So good morning. It's actually 3:15 p.m. Just called FedEx. I'm printing that's it right there. Pretty sick. Poster that you guys will be seeing right over there. What's up guys? Welcome to today's video. Basically today we're gonna be doing an unboxing. First things first. We have FedEx Kinko's package, or office, FedEx office. I got this poster. This cost me like $1.20. But for any of you guys that don't know, this is Stickick. He produces dope music. He's an Indian guy. Really, I just needed a poster. He used to go by the name of Lomatic. I just needed something for this wall. He was a singer on Culture Shock because it's kind of empty, especially for like when I do videos like these where you can see the bottom half. I'm gonna put this up right here.
What follows is a brief construction montage.
Of being a perfectionist. Here we have it. Alright, cool. That's looking good. If you guys are wondering like what this wall is and why I'm putting random things up on it, I basically just wanted a YouTube background. I'll make a separate video someday explaining my wall. A year from now, this is probably not gonna be what I'm using, but like it might be. There's just things on here that either mean something to me or hopefully mean something to you. And it's transportable, so that's good. Except now it's not, because I just did that. Trying to make this wall like fully finished. It's like a $50 wall right here. So I'm printing that. I have an unboxing to do right over there. And I'm very tempted to just go and do it right now. Should I? No, I'll make you guys wait. I have a meeting soon. So I'm here. This is a augmented reality company that I'm visiting. The owner has a prototype that they were using for a dating app that might come in handy for the app that I'm working on. So I'm here to check out the prototype. Hopefully there's something good that comes out of it. We'll see. Oh my God. That was one of the most unique experiences I've ever had in my life. So that meeting that I had at like 4 or 4:30, I couldn't record any of it. I had to sign an NDA, do a bunch of shit. Yeah, it was crazy interesting. I have some audio clips that I might be able to share with you guys. Yeah, man, that was literally, I can't talk about it too much, but man, did I meet someone. The owner has a prototype that they were using for a dating app, so I'm here to check out the prototype. Hopefully there's something good that comes out of it. We'll see. Yo, what's up?
Hello, sir.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Thanks for being so flexible.
Yeah, no, thank you for...
They're trying to run back to Chicago so compete his dog. This is...
This is the other Rishi.
Is
We
there
had a
another-
Rishi, but he decided to sleep in the other day and not show up. So
I got my camera.
this isn't about money.
Motherfuckers! Do you not fucking understand that you're the goddamn competitor? You got 22% of the fucking buyers. I gave you all my motherfucking power. I gave you the fucking foothold. I'll call my team back right now and I'll build the goddamn auction site.
This isn't about money to me. It ain't about money. Money's a byproduct of doing it right. When he was 15 years old, he said, Mom and Dad were trying to kill him and have him sell his body for drugs, and he was telling the honest to God truth. And that's a win. You see that pattern. And I saw that too, and I saw him walking out of here. And I go,
fucking dumbass!
you need to be compelling. You need to captivate. Okay? I run the shit. I'm the guy behind the curtain. That's what's fun for me. The internet to me is a video game. All right? You were staying on, you kept going right back to it. And it wasn't that you were trying to, it's what you love. All right, I love this. I love the people. I love to be able to make people feel things over the internet.
This is a similar thing, just different execution. These are all the same idea in some sense.
Okay, that's fine. That's not a bad way to think of it.
Marketplaces of people, right? That's all you're really doing.
Markets are conversations. You said marketplaces of people. I just responded to you with the right answer. Markets are conversations. Go on.
So,
you got me now.
like, I don't know who's capable of what. If I want to find a model, a videographer, a photographer, I have to go online and hope that they have SEO on Google.
Pieces and components of...
Or if you're big enough and you're doing large enough projects, you want to collaborate with other people. Like
Because I became dad of a 15-year-old at the age of 27.
How do you feel about what's going on right now with Facebook?
I think the world's completely fucked up. To put something up on the internet in the 90s, people would sell their art services. All right, every time you want to take a picture to sell something online, you sent it to a guy who did graphic art. You couldn't upload to the internet.
I didn't even know that.
Oh,
That's why
so
I was
you guys
so
are
confused.
young.
Yeah, I was like, what is he talking about?
I got
All right.
passwords as old as you. I got passwords as old as you. It's just fucking, it's unreal. I can't believe that 20 years has passed on this shit.
Everything's so social now. There's people that want, just normal people that want attention, that want better pictures of themselves out there.
All right,
Anyone
you're now
would
putting
use
up a platform that makes you get more dates.
And I talked to her about the ADIS. She was feeling it. There's just random girls on Instagram that want to look better and want, you know what this is. This is the whole attention thing, right?
The ones that impress me are like the 10-year-old or 12-year-old girls. Wild and crazy. You don't need to be controversial.
Right.
And that's why I'm having any kind of trouble taking anything serious. When I'm here, a professional photographer, those 5 faces keep popping into my goddamn mind. Those were the creepiest fucking images I've ever seen.
But it's alright, you take that, right? That teenage girl all of a sudden is the professional, and you make her realize that she can make a living off of doing what she does for herself. And I need to have my social profile on point, right? So I need a photographer, I need people to help me out in every aspect.
So you're trying to connect up the videographer with the guy that does the editing.
It can go so many different directions.
So basically, you get a real production when all is said and done.
Right. The current model is I have to go to get treated, whereas this, I can just...
Sell yourself, list yourself.
There you go.
What you want to be able to do is make it so it's scalable. Go into it
That's
with
why-
eyes open, because most of the folks do not. Logan Paul, he had his eyes open. I'm the first kid whose parents would
Stop fucking around on the computer. That's all a bunch of bullshit. You go do something.
That's my dad talking to me in the 80s. What the fuck are you doing? Is she back there? Yeah. She's staring at me.
Where is she?
Right here, behind the desk. She's staring up at my... It's kid as shit. She's amazing. She's unreal. She's... That's the coolest fucking cat in the world.
So I just got back. It's 9:02. Oh my god. Yeah, man, that was one of the most unique experiences I've ever had in my life. No, I'm completely fine. I'm sorry, I have like 106 text messages.
That's why I sent it twice, because I was like,
Did you really?
He didn't get a joint thing.
I had to choose a name for the application, so I was just like, joins people up, I guess, links people up. I don't know. And it reminded me of weed, so I was like, hey, this is cool.
That's very much leading.
Which I like.
Hope your life becomes less of a mess.
Did you watch the video?
Yeah, I always watch your videos.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, no, that was just like an
And I have
exaggeration
to
video.
support you, right? That's what friends do.
Yeah, that's what boyfriends do.
Yeah,
like,
I was gonna ask him for that.
I'll tell you stuff in person because I don't want to say it on camera, which is, I'm currently on camera. Oh, that was sweet. He checked up on me to see if I wasn't dead, which actually, if any of you guys saw my Snapchat story, I posted an address. Man, I can't even say stuff now. Never mind, I'm not even gonna include this. Anyway, so I might cave in and end up going out, but I told you guys yesterday I wouldn't, so kind of treating myself. So I got food, I got ice cream. Here's the thought, I just had ice cream from Cold Stone. I didn't finish the whole thing, but I asked myself, the answer was yes. Have you gotten what you wanted out of this? I got what I wanted out of it, so I was happy, pushing all my crumbs into it and saying it's done. You could ask yourself the same thing for relationships,
He did propose.
How did you feel about that?
Well, at first, I felt hungry.
for other things you're working on, stuff like that. You don't have to finish everything. Have you gotten what you wanted out of it? And are you content with where it's at and leaving it there? Just a thought, food for thought.
If you don't keep like sweets at home because you know you just eat all of them, you're not really changing yourself. You're just changing the environment so that you don't affect yourself.
Because like if you live in a 1-bedroom apartment, for me, like right now I have a table, like you can't create a new setting entirely, and I have 2 sides of the table. So like when the time comes, like let's say you walk in your apartment with food, one side is like my workstation side, like you have a decision to make and you have to make the right one, otherwise you're screwed. If I wanted to eat, which I just did while watching something, I would have to be on the working side. But if I wanted to eat productively, I'd be on the other side of it. So it's like whichever side of the table I choose.
Oh, interesting.
Okay, good luck.
Thanks. Good luck with your classes and stuff.
Sounds good. Good night.
475.
374, 242.
374. Pretty close.
No.
Have fun. Happy birthday, Sam.
Thank you.
Oh, I didn't send you the 22. Dang it. Okay.
I don't need that.
I know. Alright, good night.
Alright, good night. I'll probably take a little bit of a break and then I'll go back and start doing what I said I would do yesterday.
A few moments later.
Man, I am so dead right now. I haven't even worked out, man. January's not been the best for working out. I believe in myself. But I can tell you one thing, if I'm able to organize my life the way I want it right now, if I'm able to get my phone, my laptop, my photos, my audio, video, everything together right, you guys will be asking me,
How are you able to do this so consistently, so well, so like thoroughly, so like always?
this day will be the answer. It could be even years from now and you'll be wondering where this momentum is coming from, and this is the day. This is the time. If I'm able to get it, and it might not be one day, but like if I'm able to get this thing solved right here, man, I'm gonna be able to fucking like go. Cause this isn't hard. People think this is hard, like YouTube is hard. It's not hard. You just have to do it right. And that's hard. Let's go. All right, this is the 2 terabyte one. This file alone is like my entire life. Like this is pre-May 2017. This is all just the last few months. These are the vlogs. See, this is right when I stopped vlogging. I don't even wanna know. Yeah, that's not good. This right here, my entire laptop right now. And this right here again is, there's redundancies all over the place. Everything's in different places, manual backups of things, so it's hard to actually know like what's what and what's where, looking through each thing. Open calculator, it's not fun. Like all together. This is the amount of gigabytes of stuff that I have. And I don't have to go through all of it, but I have to understand all of it enough to organize it. Somehow I have to get this done in the next, day. We're gonna figure this out.
Soon after.
You know what? No, I've been going about this wrong. I don't need to organize any of that. What I need to do is to put all of it into one place and forget about it until 2019.
Forget about it!
That's what I need to do. I need to focus on moving forward, not fixing the past. I need to hit the ground running from tomorrow, creating new content, ignore everything that's old, and forget about organizing it, just get it good enough, and move forward. I just need to figure out what organization scheme I need now. I just need to move forward and stop thinking about the past. So you guys might have something in your life right now where you're like, you think you have to fix something in the past. If you're behind on lectures, you think you have to watch all the old lectures. I do that a lot. That's not true. Just move forward. But you just need to start where you're at right now. If you get stuck, then you go back. Some of you guys might not understand why this is such a struggle for me. I even have really cool content, like there's me talking to this homeless dude that I got into my car and all that, and it's all in. There's just a sense of your past that's attached to it. I just have to be practical and realize that I'm never gonna put that content out, even though it's sitting there on my phone for eventually never comes. So I need to delete everything and focus forward. It's all about forgetting the past and everything that you wanted to do and just moving forward, and then eventually hopefully you'll be able to loop back around when the time comes. I can't be attached to both and try to be hedging. Sometimes you just have to do that. I explained this a little bit yesterday, but there's a process to creating content. And if you're able to optimize it to get it streamlined enough, you can take a lot of what people say is hard and make it as fast as possible. So I need to just figure out how to get that done and how I work best, and then just hammer. I just need to not get stuck and not get bogged down by data. It's gonna involve probably a process of deleting things after I'm done. No, it's not. See, I can't implement a new habit. I didn't used to delete things after I was done before, so I'm not going to now. Or do I need to? I don't know. That's part of the issue is I create stuff and then I need to figure this out.
75 years later.
Okay, so I just recorded a lot of things, but long story short, I want to keep this simple for you guys, document where I'm at. Here's what my mistake was with blogging. I used to think that when they say document the process, you literally have to document the process.
Document. You've got to start documenting.
I was at first thinking I had to organize all of it before I could move forward. I knew I was wrong, but I just never put my foot down and stopped. But that's just dumb. I need to just collect it all in one place, let myself realize it fully, and then just forget about it until 2019. If I need to buy another hard drive to make that happen, that just might have to be what I do, and change my behavior. Forget about looking at the past and organizing the past and worry about how I'm gonna organize the future. I'm gonna change my behavior right now. I'm just gonna delete everything from my... You do the process and then you tell people what you did. Design everything the way I'm doing it. These are almost full, so that's just gonna happen. I'm getting a different hard drive. This is what I'm using so that I can create a process that's as streamlined as I can so that I can move as quickly and as efficiently as I can, but not months later you do it the same day. I need to start from scratch and not get mentally bogged down. Everything's kind of starting fresh. Sometimes you have to try that. Not get physically, visually bogged down by data. We'll see what happens a few months from now, if I'm still back in the same state or if it actually helps. I need to just figure out how I can move the fastest and what's going to enable me to do that most effectively. Okay, this makes sense. We all know what we have to do. We just forget and we get stuck in the moment in the process. Take a step back and then go. So I'm going to try to start on a blank slate. We'll see how it goes. So it's 5:15 right now, but I have 15 minutes to go to UPS, to go to Amazon, and then get to the library for a meeting. Just picked up a package. It's amazing the kind of stuff you can get done in Champaign in 15 minutes. Just driving in traffic alone in Naperville would take me so long. It is so foggy out though, it's crazy. On the bright side, it's 50-something degrees, all the snow melted, it feels like spring, and no complaints. Here at the library, time for school to really begin, and time for me to tell my lab partner that I didn't do any work. I think I'll just say it was my birthday and blah blah blah. Let it begin. I'm a few workouts behind, maybe just one I think, but time to get this in.
This fucking don't try to record this shit.
No, I'm recording this because I was a member of Fort Hill Fitness, right?
Yeah.
It's a different gym.
Yeah.
And I didn't know there was any time there for apparently 6-7 years.
Yeah.
So I go there and I'm just I want to see if it's a legit anytime that I have all the weights and everything, it has a squat rack, everything, right? So I go in and my friend's with me. So I forgot about the whole walking in thing.
Yeah.
But he's just standing at the front the entire time. Like, I was there for 2 minutes total, like me and him.
Oh, really?
I went in there, I was like, oh, legit, it has everything. And I was standing there like kind of confused looking, so this personal trainer dude walks up to me.
Yeah.
And he's like explaining to me, and then my friend wanted to shoot a music video, so she needed mirrors. So I'm like, do you guys have a dance studio? Like, do you have mirrors? So I just walked to the back.
Yeah, that's what happened.
I walked to the back, I came back, and then I left. And like, I didn't take off my shoes, and they have like a shoe rule.
Yeah.
Apparently you guys might too. I asked the guy, I knew that like I shouldn't have let the Alex in and like everything. So like, I asked the personal trainer, I'm like, do you think like, is everything gonna be okay about like letting him in? And he's like, oh yeah, you're totally fine.
Yeah.
And then I get a call the next, and so like I get a call the next day from the guy, and he's like,
very upset.
super upset. And I'm like,
they're really strict.
Yeah, strict about
I
like.
didn't do shit. I'm like, literally like, we were in and out. He's like, oh, this, you like wasted our personal trainer's time. You ought to recompensate our client for this. I'm like,
what? I was like,
it's like he came up to me and he said I'd be fine. He was not easy to work with over the phone. But then I went in and he was super charming and I was like, okay. No, like I went in like, I was like, I'm not arguing this because something else was going on that I was just like, I don't have time for this. That was so dumb.
Yeah, I was like,
was it the like double people thing or was it
double people thing?
Double people thing, and then they mentioned about you interrupting the trainer.
We got an email saying that you got banned from that location.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
You can't go there anymore.
He didn't say that to me.
That's what they told me.
They told me he'd reactivate my key and everything.
Oh, maybe he fixed it, but that day.
I was probably banned because of it. And then,
Yeah.
We walked in.
yeah.
Yeah, we gotta call
okay, the dude literally just, he didn't even walk in. Like.
And then they just mentioned that, like, he's not even a member there, and then
What?
he interrupted the trainer.
Have you read the reviews of that location?
What?
No.
You should read the reviews of that location online.
Is it really bad?
Half of them say like the guy is great, but the other half are like, this is the worst location anywhere. Like, don't. This is like a super nice location. Don't go to that. And you guys are like 10 times or 400 times nicer. So.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I called and I was like, Rishi, I was like, no.
They banned me from the other gym. Like, what? That's ridiculous. This fucking machine lowers my intensity. It's like, work out intensely and then it lowers the speed. It's like, what? What's up? Alright, so this is for your vlog channel.
Oh, follow me at the Jewel Star THEJEWE STAR.
Okay, but no, low key. This is weird. This is so meta because like I'm telling you on my YouTube to start your YouTube. Okay, this is weird. Yo, first of all, this is fire. This is so good.
Yeah,
the production
yeah.
value is insane on this. I cannot, like, what?
Yeah.
How are you not blown away by this? This is so good.
Can I put this teaser in my vlog? Go ahead. It's so good. Aww.
But, alright, so the whole purpose of vlogging is like, when you're doing cool shit, right? Like most kids aren't filming this kind of shit that you're doing. You're doing some really cool stuff that's interesting. So like people would want to see like, this is your behind the scenes. Imagine I didn't know about you. And then I see your project. And I'm like, and then I see you have a YouTube. And I'm like, oh, this is cool. This is how she made the project. And this is what goes into making a project. And then...
I see a picture of that, or do you know what I mean? Yo. Okay. Yo, and you have Chris. If I had a fucking like relationship person with me, my vlogs would be so lit. Okay, true. Me and Chris, we would be good material, though. You know, have you ever plugged in your phone to charge and it's not actually charging because you didn't plug in the other end? I just got played. That's so annoying. Check your phone. Me? I can't. It just died.
Now back to important things. So, this weekend you're filming what days?
Saturday, Sunday.
If I'm here, and I'll help.
Okay. Perfect.
That's the thing though, I need to be here.
Need to find a place to do stand theme on the inside.
Good points. For politicians, it's gonna be in Lincoln Hall. No. I'm just trying to get, like, I guess, okay, you know what? I'm gonna go. I was gonna say, I think you can go. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow.
This video is brought to you by Seagate.
The Institute of Functional Medicine has come up with 4 parameters of lifestyle that are equivalent to prescription strength medicine. So if you manage these 4 things well, you are taking 4 prescription level medicine. Okay. And those 4 things are sleep, stress management, physical activity, and diet and nutrition. So managing those things well and getting guidance on those things can help you. Hopefully, you're basically equivalent to taking 4 prescription level medicines and hopefully keep you away from the medicines that people end up getting.
Did it say weightlifting? I feel like weightlifting is massive.
Well, weightlifting is part of physical activity. Right.
So, the personal brand is something you speak on a lot. It's something that social media has really become possible for everyone.
Yes.
So, what's the first step for someone to build that great personal brand?
To be self-aware of what they actually have to add to the conversation. You know, being a personal brand for the sake of being a personal brand is usually the quickest way to not be a personal brand. I think you have to understand what you do, what you talk about.
But if everyone has a personal brand, then is there a point in having one?
Of course, it's called supply and demand. Everybody has a personal brand. Having a successful personal brand is very different. You have no chance of breaking through the supply and demand issue unless you have something to add. And so you need to figure that out. Like, it's very hard for us to be born with more physical attributes, but if we work out 7 days a week, we can be more athletic, we can be stronger. Hard work is the most controllable aspect, and I find that fascinating.
I just thought of a genius idea. I don't know if this is good, but it could be great. The issue with YouTube, and I'm watching these vlogs, is, look, let me just show you. That right there is it. Vlogs aren't released the day of. They're not live. That's the difference between Snapchat and YouTube, is that on Snapchat, you're seeing things live, basically. It's like, I post it the day of, right there, right then. It's today. It's not fake. It's raw, not artificial. It's authentic. It's just, you know? YouTube, you can edit it, you can do all your stuff, but it's never the same day. It's not as authentic. Like, there is a level of whatever, and that's what makes it cool. That's the production value. But what if you merge those two? Take the best of that and the best of that, and you allow live editing and create a platform where I can create a vlog throughout my day and edit it afterwards and do whatever I want to do. But I'm slowly, instead of putting my footage onto a camera on a storage drive hard disk thing, it's going to a cloud space or something, or whatever database, wherever YouTube stores its videos. And you're slowly throughout your day building to your video. And it's basically a Snapchat story, but at the end you edit it. And it's different during it than it is after. It could be interesting. I could own the platform of vlogging in the future. I'm intrigued. God dang it, I shouldn't be in school. Probably a bad idea in certain ways, and it's probably not a... I've had this idea before, but not out loud. It's like when you say, I knew this, but I never actually understood it. Now I understand it. That it is an idea, it's not just a complaint. It's not just a this should exist, it's a this should exist.
Wow! 3 million!
Out of this world.
3 million subscribers. I will say without reservation, the first million is the hardest. The first million took me 5 years. The second million took me like 5 months, something. And then this last million took me even less time. You know what it's like a snowball when it's really small. It only picks up a little bit of snow. But as that snowball gets bigger, it picks up more and more snow. The channel just grew so fast. This is not cocaine, this is fake snow. I only have one piece of advice to offer on this round, on this 3 million. And that one piece of advice was given to me by a guy named Roman Atwood. And it's the best piece of YouTube advice I've ever been given. And it was 3 words. Just keep uploading.
What's up guys? I'm vlogging on my phone for the rest of the day probably because my camera is full. So I figured out all my data stuff. I'm really close to figuring out, I would say. My mind, just from everything I've learned and watched today, I'm so far ahead of where I was yesterday. It's kind of insane. When I'm like super older, it'd be like, you thought you were far ahead just by one day of stuff. It's like, you knew nothing then, you know nothing now. This is why this is gonna work this time. Because I'm doing it consistently every day. The reason things become harder than they need to be, is because we don't do them consistently. It just works. When you don't do things consistently, things pile up and things get harder and you get behind and that kind of thing. And the key to not getting behind for me is gonna be no mercy, basically. If I miss a day, that footage is gone, I'm deleting it. Or the next day it's gone. Some sacrifice. We'll see if that works, but like basically, that's not why I'm saying I'm gonna succeed. I'm just saying is that now I understand what the game is, and since I am committed to doing it every day, it's gonna work better. I'm just finally where I'm at. I know how the process works. If you do something long enough, you understand it. Like before it was hard because I just didn't know all the facets that went into it. Now I understand what aspects of data go into things now and how to manage it. And that's just something you learn over time, and that's where I've come to. So I think because I just understand what I understand, it'll be easier for me. Check it out, here's my file system. Basically what I'm gonna do is copy and paste this entire thing anytime I have a new project. And it's gonna be very systematic, just plug and play. And I always feel like whenever I create a project, like, did I forget some step of it, or it's all messy and all the files are in different places, like, what am I forgetting, like, did I miss something? This way I know exactly what I'm doing each time, and it's just the same every time. I just, like a assembly line. Start a new project, you take your camera, you take the footage. Today's a perfect example because this footage is coming from so many different places. I have downloaded videos from YouTube, which are on my laptop. I have things from the camera, which is like full now, so that made me have to start using my phone, so now I have stuff on my phone, and there's pictures and stuff there. So like, I have the systems down everywhere internally, and this is how it's gonna actually come together. This is my computer. First, I go to my vision folder, and then I create, this is already gonna be created, I'll just rename it to episode 21, which is the episode number that I'm at. Basically, this is what day I'm at. And then I take all of the stuff I have, and it goes into this folder called dump. Now, I sift through it, and I have two other folders, and I go into input, put it in raw footage. Now, raw footage is basically all the stuff that is gonna go into Final Cut Pro on my laptop. This is the video editing tool where I do all my stuff. This is my laptop, for those who didn't understand. That's the camera that the FBI spies on you with. Once I do that, I do all my editing here. This is where a lot of the work happens. In that process, I'm gonna end up needing, like, I might need an audio clip for like a beep if I swear, or I might need music for a soundtrack to make it more engaging, or I might need something else, right? Okay, I just turned on the lights. So now, once I go through everything, once I bring in whatever, if I wanna bring in like a little SpongeBob clip where it says,
"Meanwhile, at the Krusty Krab,"
I do that. Or if I want to bring in like a rated R content sign, then I bring that in. And so all of those things go into here, which is the supporting files. I'll have, this is its whole separate, it's a beast of its own. This is where like the music would go. This is where, what is it, like music, sound effects, and then images and videos and stuff. Oh shoot. Yeah, so images would go there. Yeah, so that's the entire project. Once I'm actually done with the project, this is actually one of the hard parts, is like distributing on YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, even Facebook. They're all different. Instagram, I have to upload everything in 10-second snippets, whereas Snapchat, I can upload the whole minute. Instagram, I can put it on the story or the feed, and it's different for each one. YouTube is, of course, YouTube, and for that I need a different thumbnail, and Instagram, I need a cover photo. Snapchat, I don't need anything. I chop it up here. Within my project, I have all different versions, and then I bring it here, and it's straightforward. Same thing here. I'll only have one thing here. So basically what you have here is, that was horrible. 1, 2, 3, and maybe 4 for Facebook. So this makes it look more complicated, but really it's just output, and you have 3 big things, right? Say years down the line, my YouTube video gets taken down, or somehow something happens and I lose it. This is what's gonna be important for the backup. What we're gonna need is that right there, which will have this inside of it. Oops. And yeah, that's all I'll need to recreate the video and repost it up. This stuff I can all delete because this will have the final stuff. And this is actually what used to clutter up my laptop. The thing I'm struggling with right now is whether to name these vlogs Vision Vlogs or Vision Out Loud episode blah blah blah. Sometimes I might even name files like AZBQ, and then a different one is ABZZ, and like during the process that means something to me. Afterwards I'm just like, what? And it just takes that much longer to go and clean up after, and that cleanup process usually doesn't happen. So like this is gonna make that process a lot better, and that way I won't get bogged down, which is all this is. The reason I end up having to stop create is because I get bogged down usually. My mom got so mad at me today because she wanted pictures from some event from some long time ago, and I'm like, I literally cannot. I'd have to sift through 2,900 gigabytes of stuff, and I can't do that. I don't know where everything is. She didn't really understand it, but the organization is huge, man. I don't think people get it. If things aren't organized, my life gets like, I can't. My mind gets really like, yeah, so. And when I say I can't, I mean I don't want to. I'm so glad I've been able to get this like to a place where it's okay before school started ramping up, because it's about to be intense, man. So it's good that I'm finally like, I made it. I got it done just in time. Today's Sunday night, so I finally got it done. So hopefully in the next coming months, you'll see me like be a lot more high energy during these videos, mainly because once like you feel like you know what you're doing, it just becomes a lot easier to focus on what you're creating rather than the process. And literally the past, since I started in March, kind of, really May, I've just been constantly focused on the process and like how to actually do it. And now that I know how to do it, I can actually focus on doing it well. So one of the big things that's gonna make a difference for me is if I have an intro and an outro set up. I'm not gonna film the real ones right now, but I'm gonna put in placeholders. So I'm gonna go right now and film those. Alright, so it's raining and I just finished filming. I just finished filming my intro. 5 minutes, that's all it takes to make things quite a bit better. Talk about what UI, UX. This is the UX part. This is that user experience. And for those that follow me on Snapchat, I had posed a question, like, should I do one channel or two? Because once you get really big, like, you want your good stuff to go on, your good polished, like, hard work stuff to go onto one place. And then there's a lot of people that just don't care to see, like, what I'm showing right now. Which is why I thought that. I'm not at a level where I'm gonna be creating that much. So I'm not trying to create content like him necessarily, but my daily stuff is just gonna go. But then once in a while you'll see a normal, like, video in between, and then I'll just keep going. Yeah. Good evening, thank you for watching my video. If you enjoyed it, like, share it, subscribe it, comment down below. And yo, follow me on all my socials. Vision Out Loud. Yeah. Peace, love. Alright, yo, today's video is going to be an unboxing video. There's a few different things that I've got today. This past weekend was my birthday. There's one big thing that I bought for myself, and then the other two things that I have for you guys today are kind of just things that I needed, sort of. So, yeah, let's get to it. I got this poster. Alright, next item. So, I've been complaining about not having storage. So I realized that as I was going through and fixing everything, I actually filled up more of it. So I totally ran out of space. And I realized I can either go through and waste time sorting this out, or I can just put it all together and forget about it for a whole year and start fresh now, because that'll mean more for me. While I'm still in school, I'll be able to do a lot more. So basically, I just used my brother's credit card reward points on Amazon to buy myself a hard drive. So if you're watching this, this is your birthday present to me, so thanks. Alright, here we have it. This is what I'm using. You guys probably saw in my last video I have a 1 terabyte and a 2 terabyte, both of which now are pretty filled up. So this one's a 4 terabyte. Nice, it's not as heavy as I expected. It looked huge online. Not that thick, it's actually pretty good. My favorite thing about any new item, whether it's like a microwave, a fridge, or just like a random thing like this, is taking off the plastic. Like, it's just so satisfying to peel it off and see it so clean. For reference, this is the 2 terabytes, this is the 4 terabytes. They seem pretty different. They both look the same from the front. Here's the difference in depth between the two. But weight-wise, this isn't bad. So it looks pretty bad, but it's not. So this is literally what's enabling me to make this video right now. All of the content that I'm creating will be stored on here. This is what I'm going to be building off of for the entire year, and probably after that for a while. This way, like, I can keep a lot of my raw footage if I want to and stuff like that. So yeah, this video is brought to you by Seagate. If you guys are looking for a good Mac backup, it hasn't failed me yet. It hasn't been 4 minutes. Alright, and now for the final product. So I showed you guys a box in the last video and promised you an unboxing. Guess what's here? My birthday present. I'll do a full reveal on this tomorrow, or on my birthday. Stay tuned, because like there's a lot of cool stuff. I have a product unveiling in this box that's over here. I'm gonna be opening this thing that I have an unboxing to do right over there, and I'm very tempted to just go and do it right now. So here we go. This product is gonna change the game. Are you ready? Let's do this.
Motherfuckers!
It's kid as shit.
Hey, thanks for watching that last video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe down below. We're trying to get to 1 million subscribers by the end of my life, and I don't think we're at either of those things yet, so yeah. And if you haven't subscribed to any of my socials, be sure to at Vision Out Loud. I love interacting with you guys and hearing from you, and I try to respond to each and every one of you guys, so leave me a comment or just DM me. Yeah. Peace.
Shit. I grew up in the age of Timberland and Pharrell shit.
You want to say hi?
Oh,
hey.
Hi.
Am I on Snapchat
No,
now?
Snapchat's on the phone.
Canon
This is my, yeah. YouTube is what it is. And I think that's the thing that bothers people is like, just because you don't have anyone else doesn't mean you should keep them in your life.
It's very circumstantial.
I don't see that. I mean, okay, my thing is like, I see the harm. It's not about what's the harm. It's like, I don't think the harm is that bad.
Sure, okay, I can see that.
Which is, some people don't like that. Like, they don't want any harm. But I'm like, I think a little bit is good for me.
Good for me, but like, it's not like I'm like,
yeah. Exactly. My thing is just I have nothing to lose by doing it.
Sure.
But I'm like, out of this, I'm more curious than anything else to see. For me, it's like a movie, like a little story. I don't know, but that's what I'm so curious to see. Like, it's literally like a movie. It's like, what's gonna happen? Oh, I didn't even realize this. This is an interesting thing. Okay. I don't want to talk about this right now.
We don't have to.
But yeah, I actually have to go to a meeting. But good luck tonight. That's gonna be good, I think.
Alright, thanks, I'm sure.
Tell her I say hi.
I probably won't do that, to be honest.
Okay.
She doesn't know who you are.
That's a problem.
Friends, so.
No, that's chill.
I would tell her that you say hi, but she would just be like,
I'll call my team back right now, and I'll build the goddamn PayPal auction site.
but she would just be like, okay, like, what the fuck?
You know what? I don't like the sound of this chick anymore.
Alright, I promise at some point tonight I will tell her about you.
I'm kidding, it's fine. Alright, have fun. Good luck.
No, it's just gonna happen now.
I don't actually care, I was just kidding.
No, that's what's happening for your birthday. I guess that's what it is.
Sweet. Alright, cool. Good luck anyway.
Peace, dude.
Alright, see ya. Thanks for calling. I should probably just make a video for people that says the biggest mistakes that I made when beginning. So yeah, I'll do that eventually. Ooh, that is clean. That is clean.
It's kid as shit.